All praises due to the Most High, family. We back with another Acres anime review. I just finished watching episode 10 of GACHIAKUTA, and this was a pretty good one. I feel like we kind of had a lot happen in this episode, but not like too much. But so, we had gone to Canvas Town to meet up with Gob and inquire Gob about, basically putting a spell on all of us to protect us to prepare for going to this no man's land. Of course, we seen that last episode, Gob has passed. And so now the new artist spellcaster is Rimlin. And we got a little background as far as like how these spellcaster givers come about. They're all kind of connected somehow. They all kind of pass on their vital instrument, and they all have like their powers all work similarly but not exactly the same. Anyhow, so we got a little bit of that. We basically had Rimlin apply a protective spell on the whole squad that is going out to the no man's land, which we like 9 deep, with givers and support members, right? So we got what we came for. We head out. We say, see you later, Rimlin. And on the way back to HQ, right? This is what I mean. We had a lot go on. We met the new spellcaster, Rimlin. We got spells applied to the whole gang. Now we got to go back to HQ because Rudo's his full face mask is ready. But on the way, we stopped by, it's a trash heap to us, but to Rudo, it's a treasure trove, right? And Engine say, hey man, like whatever speaks to you, go ahead and grab a few things, grab a few items, as to prepare for going to no man's land, because again, Rudo can make anything, or at least almost anything, a vital instrument. So he pick out a couple things there before we go to the HQ. Then we get to the HQ, we meet August, who's the equipment manager. He's the one responsible for making Rudo's full face. And then we didn't dive too deep into it, but we found out basically that he got a sister who's a cleaner. We didn't learn too much about her other than the equipment manager, August, and I forgot his sister's name, but she had a cleaner's outfit on. So I'm assuming she's a giver and not a supporting cleaner, We get the mask, and then we head out to no man's land, right? And so this is where the episode really pick up, because this like our first not the first real mission. Well, I guess it's the first real mission, because when Rudo paired up with Rio, that was like his trial run. That was like his first cleaner experience. And then the last mission was kind of a dummy mission, and then we had to deal with what's the bad guy's name in this episode or in this series? But we had to deal with a couple of raiders. That's what they called. But that was a dummy mission. Like they definitely set us up. Not even kinda. Now we on like our own. We're doing our own thing. We're not getting set up, or at least that's what we thought. But we looking for this woman who allegedly has seen people travel to and fro the ground in the sphere, because really before Rudo landed in the ground, almost everybody who made that transition from sphere to ground or ground to sphere, like they don't survive that. But this woman, why we seeking out this woman is because she's seen people like survive this on more than one occasion. So we're interested, is she involved in that process? Does she have some insight into how this is happening? So we going to see her. Now, when we pull up to the no man's land, I mean, we get Rudo's reveal. And so tap in, family, like, who got the hardest face mask? Like, Engines is solid, but it's not like a standout. Rio's kind of is like mid. I'm not gonna lie. Rio's full face is kind of mid. Rudo's is obviously hard. I'm really feeling Zonka's full face though. It gives like shark head a little bit to me. I don't know. I was kind of feeling Zonka's full face. But other than the full face reveal, other than Rudo's full face reveal, you know, we get to see the whole gang. Well, we didn't see two of them. We didn't see Tamsy and we didn't see, what's his name, Dimlin. But we definitely didn't see those two, the big guy and Tamsy, who also had a cool mask. And I'm like anticipating, you know, they seem strong. They seem interesting, but we'll see. So we pull up to no man's land and it's a bunch of scorpion trash beasts. And so we kind of see everybody get involved. You know, Rio do her thing with the leg scissors. Zonka use his staff. And then Engine kind of ruin the fun for everybody else because, you know, Engine seems to be the strongest one in the group. So as we fighting, Rio takes out one, Zonka takes out one, and then Engine kind of hop in and he take out like 7 at the same time. But that's no surprise given Engine's introduction, like, you know, a few episodes back when he found Rudo. But then we get to see, okay, what does Rudo do with a new vital instrument? And he just had this treasure trove of options. Which one did he pick? And he pulls out a keyboard. I'm like, what is he gonna do with a keyboard? And it was kind of cool. I mean, he kind of, you know what? He remind me of, and this is fitting because My Hero Academia is coming back. But if you remember the manga character in My Hero, and he speaks in onomatopoeia, and then the word like has a physical manifestation. That's kind of what happened with this keyboard. He typed in a-hole, and then the word that he typed, actually the keys like flew off of the keyboard and then stamped onto the scorpion trash beast. And so you could see what he had typed on the back of the scorpion. And that defeated the thing. I mean, it didn't, I don't know if the word actually had any effect on how the power works, but nonetheless, it was stamped with these enlarged keys from the keyboard. And it was just funny to see that's what he spelled. Like, that's typical Rudo, for real. And the gang was kind of impressed. You know, it was cool to see. And then Rudo, after that, because it's dusty. You know, it looks like sand, but it's really just like granular trash. And Rudo peeps somebody in the dust, but we can't really make it out for sure. So it's this girl, she pop up. We ask her if she know anything about people coming to and from the ground in the sphere, and she say she do. And she invite us back to someone named Amo's house, and she say it's close. But we kind of like peeping that it's kind of suspicious. She came out with no mask. She's saying it's close. She trying to get us somewhere that we not familiar with. But Engine's like, all right, no, I got this. Like, if she's a problem, I'll take her on personally. So fast forward, family, we pull up to the house. We see it's like some dolls and some lightly used, discarded items, it seems. But then all of a sudden, Engine's, you know, like folded over, incapacitated. So the one saying that he was gonna handle it if things go wrong is he's out, and it's just Rudo left